Hello everyone, and welcome back to the first Steel Division video in a good while. But today is an important one, because the nation that we have been waiting for a long while has been added to the game, not directly through Eugen though, but due to a really great mod. The Final Battle is a fantastic mod uh, that just got updated a good bit more, and it has the Japanese inside now. It has a 1945 setting, and you have other areas of the war in 1945 here as well. You have the battle for Berlin and the final pushes into West Germany as well. But the part I am really interested in, because we have been asking for Japanese and the Pacific for a long while, are the Japanese ones. So you get 3 divisions here. You get 2 infantry and 1 armored division to fight, and on the other side you have the 5th Marine and the 6th Infantry. And that is a pretty cool setup and a really cool mod. It has a lot of new custom models. I'm not quite sure if Eugen updated the way you can add units to Steel Division as well, because I remember that it was pretty tough for modders to get them in, but these are quite a lot of new models. The unit cards are not all updated, but the units themselves all have custom-made models. So this is pretty impressive, and yeah, let's jump right in here and talk about what the Japanese got. And if you want to see more of this mod, let me know down below. As I would absolutely be up to test this one out. I'm not the biggest enjoyer of Steel Division currently. Wano just feels smoother to me, but this mod absolutely could get me back for a bit. So yeah, Recon here. We have the Gretsu Buntai in one of the infantry divisions. They have a bazooka type AT weapon, 160 pen, TNT, 12-man squad. This one is pretty damn strong. The balance we gotta see here, but yeah, this is Commando and Fanatical. So yeah, the rifles themselves, not the most impressive, but they are there. The Kaigun Sosaku here with double anti-tank rifles and 2 light machine guns, 6-man squad, pretty good one as well. 8-man team, so that's nice too. And we have the Kihei with a Type 96, some more rifles here. We have hand mortars for these infantry units, so mixed into the squads themselves, only 500 meter range. So it's not like these guys can shoot from really far away, but yeah, hand mortars coming with in the infantry squad themselves. Unlike the way Eugen models them with just really short range support tab mortars. Anti-tank rifle grenades for these guys with only 50 pen though, and only 4 damage, so you need multiple hits, and the penetration is not that great. 1 more Type 100 and a lot of Type 99s as per usual. We then have a single sniper being fanatical, but that doesn't really matter all that much for a single guy, because he's likely going to die before he gets stressed. Sosaku, double squad, just normal recon here. So yeah, fanatical is there for most of the Japanese units, if not all. Type 44 with another one of the mortars. And then we have the first little tank, Type 4 Keinu. And as you can see, armor is not the Japanese strong suit. 25 frontal armor. The gun is okay, 90 pen. The rate of fire with 15 is really solid. So actually a decent little vehicle when it comes to damage output, but you shouldn't get shot in this one. And then we have one of their Type 95 Daruma with an MG in the front coming in as well. And yeah, decent little recon vehicle for cheap. Infantry, you get big squads usually. 10 men with a Molotov here. A lot of the Type 99 obviously, as the Japanese lacked auto-fire weapons. And mostly still ran on the bolt-action rifles till the end of the war. And Type 96, one machine gun here in a 15-man squad, one anti-tank grenade. Then we have the bazooka type of weapon here with the Type 4 and one submachine gun, one MG, and then more Type 99s. Same thing with anti-tank grenades. 13-man squad here. So yeah, really swarmy faction when it comes to the infantry, and I think that's a good way to design them, as they kind of need that. More 11-man squad with machine gun, and so 13 men, 20 points. Really can swarm at you. The triple mortar here can suppress you quite well as well. I think the infantry fights of this faction are going to be fun. Yeah, not so sure about the rest. I think the air will be fun as well. The tank fights, yeah, will be interesting. There are a couple of other cool ideas here that we're gonna get to in a second as well. More infantry here with those mortar grenades. Where were we? Get these. That's the leader we're at. Another leader with a sniper rifle. Those are always nice. This is a really strong one. TNT, 2 mortars, 2 machine guns, 8 rifles. Flamethrower squadron. Important as well. And yeah, all have fanatical. And then we have at the Kiko Buntai double machine gun. So this is a good squad with TNT like this. This is one of the better ones here. Still really big. And then we have the Konoi Buntai with the bazooka kind of weapon. So these are pretty solid as well. 15-man shock, 2 Type 100s. So decent in the CQC. Leader here pretty standard. This leader pretty standard as well. Double flamethrower squadrons, always nice. So with double MG here, that being an automatic rifle can be fired in CQC as well. This is a strong little squad as well. And then a 12-man TNT. Another flamethrower squadron. Another MG with 11 men. And then one relatively powerful one here at the bottom. The 150-meter range on the Type 100 is pretty helpful. So that is for sure another small buff to this. And on this unit, it really starts to become impactful with 4 of those. So with a Type 4 and the Type 99s and so on, this actually, with Raider and Chalk, the Taishindan, seems to be a really nice squadron. And this leader, pretty powerful as well with 4, like a 50-man squad sniper rifle. This is a powerful one. Tanks, you don't get all that many. And on the weaker divisions, you really only get the bad ones. And yeah, starting with the Shihakai as a leader here. 47mm, only 90mm of pen. 40mm frontal armor, both not impressive, both really light tank to maybe the gun medium tank, low medium tank range. 5 damage on the gun. The 3 MGs are nice, but that's about it. The Chino leader, 110mm pen, that's medium tank territory. 60 frontal armor, it's still high light end territory, so you still will get panned by nearly any AT gun out there, and most tanks can penetrate you as well. Autocannons will struggle. Type 1 Chihei, back to the 47mm gun. 15 rounds per minute there are at least nice. This one then has 8. The 47 at least firing relatively rapidly. 50 frontal armor here coming around. And we have the same thing just without the leader. And then we have the Chinu without the leader as well. The Cheeto gets a bit better. This one is the one with actual pen, 155mm pen, that starts to become really relevant. Goes down to 7 rounds per minute though, with the 75mm gun here. And 80 frontal armor is low medium tank territory, like, yeah, Panzer IV era. So still will get panned by a lot. Shermans with the 90mm pen gun still can get through you and so on. But you start to become to get into somewhat relevant territory to at least bounce the small caliber guns. Time 95 Hago. Back to the bottom again. 40mm pen here with the 37mm gun, so really struggling to even pen stuff. At least once more 15 rounds per minute. And yeah, you're not really fast either with all of these. 45, 32. So it's not like these are going to speed around. They're not having the strongest engine and the strongest armor. 20 frontal armor here, obviously really lackluster. Type 97 Shiha with the 90mm pen. And then Type 97 Shiha Kai. One more 90mm pen gun. As they have the 47. What's this one? Having the 57, still having good rate of fire. And having the better HE output, so this is the better tank here with the good rate of fire. The range here, 1250 meters though, pretty lackluster. 1750 meter range here. And 2000 on the Cheeto, so Cheeto being the sniper here out of these tanks. Support. We get commanders. We get this monstrosity of a howitzer. 6.1 HE damage, so that one can't smack at 2000 meter range, so good support tank here. We get some personnel carriers, and we get the Hoi here as another support tank with 1500 meter range on this one. But also some okay heat shells here. 55 frontal armor, still not amazing, but getting the job done. We get the Japanese MGs. Support guns, the old, pretty old Type 41. We get more mortars here. The second of their field howitzers. And then, yeah, some more command and supply units here. Even the supply units coming in with fanatical. Anti-tank. We start with the boomstick. 4-man squad with boomsticks. They have to really get into 10 meter range. There they smack anything they get to, but yeah, you have to get them close. Kaigun is your naval gun on wheels, 2000 meter range. Okay accuracy, okay rate of fire, wide 80mm pen, so this is the one that actually can destroy stuff. Anti-tank rifle team, at least 10 men, that's quite nice, but the anti-tank rifle itself only is okay. We have more AT grenade and Molotov squads for the CQC. So yeah, AT not the Japanese strong suit. Individual this team here, individual guy, maybe could even be put onto a lower price here. Going away from the 5-point steps, just for that guy. As yeah, that's not even for 5 points, not really worth it. 37mm AT gun with only 60mm of pen, showing the issues again. 90mm of pen at least here with 15 rounds per minute. It's 15 rounds per minute here as well. 110mm of penetration here. This, with 10 rounds per minute, is a pretty solid tank destroyer. 1750 meter range. Mother territory there as well, so that is all fine. We have Type 4 teams, so decent team there as well in 2 of the divisions. And then we have a big 155mm penetration gun. We have some field howitzers. And we have some more anti-tank rifle teams. In the aircraft, you get some of the ubiquitous 30mm Type 98s on the truck mount here. Known for not really being able to save Japanese ships. And I don't think it will be fantastic here either on the truck mount. You get some big 120mm AA pieces here that also can penetrate with some AP shells. And yeah, can fire nicely into the sky. 75mm variants here with decent penetration. This one, not so much Type 88, but the Type 4. Decent penetration against ground units as well, so makeshift AT gun there too. Then Type 96, 25mm double barrel. Usually a quite good weapon kind of type. Triple one here as well. That should do a decent job. And then another Type 98. And an 88mm Type 99 with 140mm pen, so pretty fine values there as well. Artillery, you get some interesting stuff as well. You obviously get some spotters, some leaders. Type 1 Honey howitzer with the HE shell having the heat shell here, 1500 range. Artillery with the HE gun has smoke rounds as well, lightly armored. Decent self-propelled small gun howitzer. Type 70, 75mm howitzer. 38. Yeah, be doing a decent job as well. Then Type 4 big mortar, 203mm big AG shells, 2500-meter range, so you have to push it somewhat close, but it does fantastic damage when it hits. And then you go even bigger. Even as 4000-meter range. And it's a wild canister round here that you just shoot at the enemy. Like kind of canister rocket. So Type 4 400mm coming around. Type 4 hard toe. Another 300mm mortar. So we have 200, 300 and 400mm covered. Coming around with a 21 damage, 3200 meter. So yeah, these artillery pieces actually are pretty scary. Then a classic 150mm howitzer. This is looking pretty standard. And then Type 90 artillery piece coming around as well. I'm not quite sure why they don't have ranges here. And yeah, we have another Type 96 150mm howitzer here as well, and a small little water. And then we come to my favorite part, zeros. As we get a cool couple of planes, some of my favorite ones. If you followed this channel for a while, you might know that I really enjoy the Zero and War Thunder, and that I, yeah, really enjoy the naval aviation of the Pacific War quite a lot, and like to play with naval aviation. So A6 M5, one of my favorite planes there, and this comes in nice variants as well. 2 200mm rockets being the first one, then 10 100mm rockets on coming around on the next one as well. The fighter itself with 2 20mm and some 13mm, pretty solid. 5mm KMH, not great speed, but it's obviously a really agile plane as well. And we have a 250-kilogram bomber. That's a decent medium payload there as well. And then just a pure fighter variant here coming along as well. And then we have one with the Otsu variant that has only one Type 13 and one 7mm, and two 50-kilogram bombs. Is a bit faster. And then an Otsu variant with guns here coming around as well. That is a bit faster as well, with 540 kmh. And another bomb variant with a big 250-kilogram bomb. And we have the good old Kates coming around with 800-kilogram bombs. And another one with the light pair loadout with 60 kilogram bombs, or a good bit cheaper, 250 kilogram bombs variant coming around as well, which is cheaper than the 800 kilogram bomb, more expensive than the 800 kilogram bomb one. I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, then we have the lovely flying boat of the H8K2, surprisingly fast with 400, and 520mm defending turrets, so you have to be somewhat careful with your bomber, with your fighter if you attack this bomber. You could get shot down there, so that's pretty interesting. Key 100, nice little fighter with 2 bombs here in this configuration. Fighter bombers in general coming around. 100 kilogram bombs, and the classic fighter variant 580 solid, the 20mm plus 12 to 12mm, a good weapon loadout as well, so that is pretty nice. And yeah, having Recon here, this Q100 is pretty solid. And then we come to the best Japanese fighter of World War II, arguably, the Ki 84 Kie, and this one 690 kmh, so really solid speed, 230mm and 220mm. This thing just shreds. And yeah, this is a absolute amazing fighter. You have the Ko with 1 step lower, 20 and 12.7mm, and then you have a Ko with 250 kilogram bomber. That's a really nice fighter bomber as well. 620 kmh there, 690 on these two. So yep, these are the Japanese in the mod. And as I said, there's Brazil in there with a full division and so on, so the mod has a lot to offer. And let me know down below if you want to see more, and see you all in the next one.